Welcome to this video from NANGA Systems. In this video we're going to look at the capabilities of NANGA Document Diff and Export, an add-on offered by NANGA Systems for PTC Windchill Requirements Validation and Source, previously known as Integrity Lifecycle Manager. As the content of Windchill RV&S documents evolves over time, it's important to be able to easily identify the changes that have been made. While the Windchill RV&S client provides functionality to view document differences, this doesn't currently offer the ability to export the findings to Microsoft Word or recognize changes to attachments associated with the content. NANGA Document Diff and Export allows users to display differences in a document's content between any two baselines or date and time, and across versions or branches of the document. Changes to attachments are highlighted, and the differences can be exported to Microsoft Word. Attachments can be optionally exported, with the original and changed attachment embedded in the Word document. NANGA Document Diff and Export is a client-side function and is comprised of the application, a jar file that can be configured as a custom action in the Windchill RV&S UI, and a set of properties on the solution and document item types that are configured by your administrator and identify the field names that you use for attachments, your date format, and default fields to be included in the comparison. To illustrate the functionality, we'll demonstrate differencing two baselines of a requirement document and then exporting the results. Here in the Windchill RV&S UI, we have a requirement specification document open in the document view, and the NANGA Document Diff and Export custom action available on the toolbar. We'll start by creating a baseline of our document before we introduce any changes. With our document baseline, we'll make a change to the scope here. Raise the priority of this requirement. Delete a requirement. Add a new requirement here. And coming back to the top, we'll modify the image file that is stored as an attachment. Having completed our changes, we'll baseline the document again. And then select the custom action to launch the add-on. NANGA Document Diff and Export displays all of the baselines for the document and their corresponding dates. To compare one baseline of the document with another of the same document, we can select the first baseline on the left side and the second baseline on the right. It's also possible to select as of date for either side of the comparison. Using the checkbox Compare to a version or branch, we can also select a different version or branch of the document to compare with. In our example, we'll select the baseline taken before the changes on the left, and on the right the baseline taken after the changes. As mentioned earlier, your administrator is responsible for predefining in the document properties the default fields to be included in the comparison, and these fields are listed here in the Options panel. We can optionally add any additional fields for comparison. In this case, we'll add the priority field so that we can highlight changes in the priority of our requirements. By default, Document Diff and Export will include deleted nodes in the comparison, and will also display nodes without differences. To change this behavior, we can check the corresponding checkboxes here in the Advanced Options panel. For our purposes, though, we'll leave these unchecked. With our options set, we can click OK to start the comparison. Once the comparison completes, the results view opens and displays the two revisions of the document. Different colors are used to highlight the differences. You can find the different colors and their meaning in the legend at the bottom of the results view. In addition to the colors, deleted content is also highlighted using a strike-through. We can see that the image file attachment has been modified. the deleted and added content in the scope, the change to the requirement priority, the deleted requirement, and the new requirement. We can now export the differences to Microsoft Word using the Export button. Note that nodes without differences are not exported. For our export, we'll also select the option to include attachments, which will embed the before and after versions of modified attachments in the report. Selecting Export, we're asked to specify a location for the report, and the report is generated. Once the export is finished, opening the report, we can see the differences, with the action column indicating whether the requirement was modified, added, or deleted. For the changes to the image file, as we specified to include attachments in the export, we can view the before and after images. And scrolling down, we can see the content changes and the deleted and added requirements. Thank you for watching this video from NANGA Systems. For more information on the NANGA Document Diff and Export add-on for Windchill RV&S, please contact your nearest NANGA Systems office or email info@nangasystems.com.